Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me here. It is always amazing and humbling to see all the callers that are calling in and the people on YouTube that are watching. So thank you. I'm really grateful for that. So let me give you a quick rundown of how the show is going to work today, and we will go from there. We'll get right into it. I take callers on the call log. If you want to call in and ask a question, the number is 845-277-9131. You can ask one question about life, love, career, finances, partnerships, business. I'm going to tell you something. Spirit loves questions about business, and they really do. So if you want to know about your business, what to do to make your business better, they are all over that. Or you can connect with a loved one on the other side. Please, I know it's very tempting to say, tell me whatever they want to say. For the sake of the show and the amount of time that I have on the show, have a question. If you want to know what they want to say to you, book a private session. I'm happy to tell you everything they want to say to you and who's coming through to say it in a private session. Okay, part one. Part two, if you are on YouTube and you have a question that you would like to ask, you can put it in the chat section. I will try to get to it and answer that question for you. I think that's everything. Did I go through that really quickly? Oh, wait, there's more. Okay. This show will air on TV, not only YouTube TV. It will also air on Roku, I believe Amazon. There's a number of streaming channels that this show airs on through. It airs on WSCS, and then WSCS streams it through all of their channels. Rude Rangers TV streams it through their channels, plus a plethora of podcasts, a number of podcasts. I cannot tell you the number of podcasts. I think there's more than 20 podcasts that this show airs live on. So TV, podcasts, and YouTube. Don't ask anything you don't want the whole world to know. If you don't want the whole world to know you're doubling down in a dating situation, don't ask about it on this show, because again, YouTube, Roku, Amazon, Apple, all the podcasts, WSCS, all TV stations, streaming stations. Yeah, it's going to be out there. If you're doubling down or you're doing something, don't call in and say, I'm stealing from my company. Am I going to get busted? Yep, you are now. You're definitely going to get busted now. So watch your questions. Be mindful of the fact that you're being aired on several different entertainment venues, okay? Hey, Matthew, how are you? And Genevieve, it's so wonderful. Oh, my God, 3 of my favorite people are watching on YouTube and saying hi. Hi, Cheryl. Wonderful to see you, too. What's Alexis doing? Wait, you just got moved in the queue, Cheryl. I'm trying to find you again. Oh, I miss her, too. I miss Alexis so much. So Cheryl is the grandmother of a little girl who is hella psychic and intuitive. She remembers her past lives and she could talk. So that's pretty amazing. I love having that be a situation. Okay, I'm going to get all comfortable here. Use my adjusting myself so we can get comfortable and get into it. Genevieve says, I'm very, very. So, okay, we are going to go to the first caller. And the first caller, your area code is 386. 386, how can I help you today?
Hi, Toni. I was just
Hey.
wondering if you can. Hi. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on your show. I was wondering if you can help me with a recent a relationship issue. We were doing really great, and there was just an issue on Saturday, and I haven't, heard from him since. And we were really moving forward, but there's been some family members that I think are trying to interfere. I was just wondering if you see when I'll hear from him, if you see that being, healed and reconnected.
Okay. So if you've listened to my show before, I channel and they bring things through. I wish I could control my mouth. But since I'm a child, I get in trouble because things just fly out my mouth, and it is me channeling. So here's what I'm going to say, and okay, this isn't the first issue that you've had, but listen, relationships are tough. Relationships are worse than trigonometry. Okay, relationships are not easy by any stretch. When two people are completely in love and there's no family interference, relationships are difficult. Okay, two different people with two different upbringings and belief systems trying to control and determine where this future is going to go. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I have been guilty of this. I've 100% been guilty of it. In some relationships, I'm like, I don't want an end game here. I want out. This is what it is. And then in another relationship, I'm like, I want an end game. When am I going to know about my end game? What's going to happen here? And both ways were a mistake. Okay. So the control aspect is the most difficult thing in a relationship because we come from different dynamics and we're trying to get it to where we want it to be, how we think it should look, how we feel it should exist. And that might be how your parents existed. That might be how just this fairy tale image. And so in saying all of that, it's okay that there have been past incidences. What they're asking you is, have the past incidences been conversed or talked about appropriately and had resolution and a better way to move forward? Now, here's the answer to your question. That's just their aha light bulb freaking moment for you and anybody else listening, because we think just because we get back together, everything is okay. Oh, phew, we got that. We had this blowout. We got back together. We had wonka, and now everything is okay. No, because the issue wasn't resolved. We didn't get an answer. We didn't find a healthy way to move forward on this. Having said that, let me just say, yes, the two of you will connect again. What I know you're not asking me what you should do with this, but they kind of want to answer what you should do with this. It's not, I'm going to tell you, when people split up, they always get back together, even if it's for the final wonka, okay? That's not the case with you. But the question should be, can we have a healthy, loving relationship? Can we make this work? With communication, absolutely. You cannot, and I cannot stress this enough to you, my dear, sweet, beautiful girl, you have to communicate clearly and I'm sorry they're using this word, rationally and in your power. Now, women in general, we can sometimes feel like when we're talking to our partner that we're in a situation like we're talking to our dad, and we kind of back down a little bit. We have that little bit of, if I say this, they're going to get upset with me, and I don't want them to get upset with me. Well, why are we with people that we're afraid will get upset with us if we communicate our feelings or our thoughts or our words? If that's the case, maybe we should be asking, what can I clear so I can get a healthier, better partner? Okay, I know this is not what you asked, but this is what they are giving you. Happy morning. Happy Monday morning, everybody. We're just diving down deep in the trenches this morning. We're not even belly crawling on the grass this morning. They're like, nope, get in the mud, get in the trenches. We're going deep this morning. So before you respond, I'm going to do 2 clearings for you, everybody listening, everybody re-listening to this show. And I really do encourage you to listen to these clearings as many times as you feel is necessary until you're at the point you want to be with this. The first clearing is, I am in a healthy, happy, loving relationship. That's a no. Let's start clearing that. And what a clearing is a healing. Oh, the angel. Apparently, I'm not in one either because I just started clearing me. A clearing is a healing where the angels and the Holy Spirit, saints, whatever you believe in, come in and start taking out the energy blocking you from this. The second clearing, I can speak my truth, and I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to limit that to relationship. I can speak my truth and my feelings, and I get a no, so let's clear that. Because these are really important things for us to always have. So having said all of this, what I want to say as a final thing, this person is going to come back. There will be communication. And, at some point when we're adulting, and we're adulting, whether family members give their opinion or not, the person ultimately is making the decision based on where they are in their life. Okay.
Do you see when I'll hear from him? How long it would be?
Can I just ask his first name, please? I just want to tap a little bit more into his energy.
Mark.
Okay. Now, I'm hearing 2 things. I'm hearing one thing, and I'm going to tell you my gimme on this. I hear tomorrow. However, tomorrow doesn't always necessarily mean tomorrow in angel time. I am going to tell you, and I want you to know, do not reach out to him first. Sometimes people just need that time to think and miss us. And don't be afraid. Listen, and I've been in these shoes where we're afraid if I don't reach out, if I don't explain myself, this will be done. It will be over. I need to say something. And the truth of the matter is nothing that's meant from you, even a relationship, can be taken from you. If it's the right relationship at the right time, you don't need to worry. Once there has been like a cooling off period or a thought process period, this person will reach out to you again and they will communicate. You have to really take this time. Sometimes there's a break so that we can sit back and think, are these the dynamics I want? So this is what I tell everybody to do. Excuse me while I get more comfortable. I tell people, make a list of everything you want in a partner and in a relationship. Now, we're probably not going to get everything on that list, but there are some key things that are gimmies that don't go off that list. And then look at your partner and see how many of these things match what's going on with your partner, and make your decision from there, because sometimes we get in a situation where we're like, okay, I'm with this person, I have to make it work. And sometimes the universe or God or heaven is trying to say to you, but you really want all of this. You keep asking for this person to be all of this. And this person is not all of that. You want a Mercedes, but you're driving a Pinto. So you have to get rid of the Pinto so you can get your Mercedes. And your Mercedes is out there, okay? Your Mercedes is out there. You just can't keep riding your Pinto or driving your Pinto and expect the Mercedes to just be there, okay? So you have, it's not Mark that has choices to make right now. This is the universe giving you the opportunity to look at what you really want and make those choices that you want right now. Now, I feel like the two of you are going to get back together. This is definitely going to happen. I'm hearing a week, but I always like to give it a little bit of extra time. I feel like this is going to happen within a month. And I do feel like when the two of you connect again, you should really try to have a conversation about a conversation based in reality about a few things. And if you need to write these things out and have that piece of paper in front of you when you have this conversation, do that. And definitely do it face to face. Okay, love?
Okay. Yeah, this is the second issue in 6 months. And other than that, I mean, it's been really good between us, but really one-sided because I've been taking care of him, doing stuff for him, and taking care of his elderly parents and doing stuff. And this was all because I asked to talk about something, and I asked if we could just spend one day, go walk on a beach or go just spend some time together by ourselves. And he just went ballistic, started yelling and screaming and bringing up all kinds of other stuff besides what I asked about. And I kept bringing him back to and think about what I asked that has nothing to do with what I asked to talk about. And he just wanted an excuse to be mad and get out of it. And his parents are very controlling of him.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. Again, like, I think in a very soft way since I started answering your question, they've been trying to tell you this isn't what you want, love. This guy is not going to be what you want. Yeah, he's going to reach out to you. Yes, he gets a lot of benefit from you. Yes, it's a very unfair relationship, okay? But you have to decide how long are you going to deal with this? How long are you going to put up with it? Because I'm telling you, get out of the Pinto and find your Mercedes. And believe me, there are millions upon millions upon millions of people in this world. You're a good-hearted person. You will find somebody else that will want to do those things with you, that will want to have that relationship, that will want to be in that space with you. This isn't a sweet, beautiful girl. This is not about him. This is about you realizing your worth and loving yourself. So I'm going to do 2 more clearings, and we're at the 19.5-minute mark. And we're going to first clear, I have self-love. I get a no on that for you, everybody listening, re-listening. And I know my value and worth, and I definitely get a no on that, so we're going to clear that. And again, please come back and re-listen to these shows until you do know these, until you do have this in you, because it's really important for each and every person to go into any relationship loving themselves, caring about themselves, because you get people that mirror you. So I hope this was helpful, love. I really do. I'm going to go to the live chat and see what is on here. Hi, Caroline. How are you? Good morning, Toni. I have a question about my new startup business. Do you see my online business or my events coming first? Thank you so much. Okay, Caroline, are her events going to come first? It's not. It's going to take off first. Okay, when I ask what's going to take off first, I hear online, and I feel like those two things, the events and the online thing, should be, they're using the word correlated. There needs to be a mix there. You need to work them in together. So, for example, if you're doing events in person, that's great, but I feel like you should be doing a lot of online events also, and you'll have what they're calling a steady stream. I hope that's helpful for you. I really do. Okay, I'm going to go to the second caller, and that is 347. 347, if you have me on speakerphone, please take me off of speakerphone. What's your name?
Okay.
Calling from?
My name is Tanika, and I'm calling from New York. I'm a first-time caller. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for calling in. How can I help you today?
I just wanted to get some insight into my life from you. I am a person that I'm going to be turning 43 next in September, and I want to have children, get married, move away from where I live, be happy, be better. I'm going through some things, and I wanted to know if you see any of that coming up for me anytime soon, as far as like having children, getting married. There's someone I care about. I could see his name if you wanted to pinpoint him, and like a change,
Okay. Thank you for calling in. I'm really grateful to have you on the phone with me today, or to have you on the show with me today.
Thank you.
Okay, so I said this before on my show. They've channeled this answer before on my show. Nothing moves until you give it a push, meaning nothing can happen until you take that first step. So you have a lot of wannas, but you're waiting on something. You're steady sitting waiting, and you have been for years, and like, okay, I'm going to do it when, if. I'm going to tell you, nothing moves until you give it a push. And like, they're showing me all the dominoes set up, and I believe I've said this before on my show also. All the dominoes are set up, but you can't knock them down until you move that first one, and you can't push down the last one and expect all the preceding ones to go down. Like, your move has to be at the beginning. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and but please know guidance is coming through me. If somebody is not making moves towards you, towards making this relationship happen, towards making this, what you want come about, you need to move in a different direction, because there are things you definitely want, and you are on a timeline, sweetie. You are on a timeline, okay? It's not like you're 20 anymore, right? Mm-hmm. And so you need to have your guidance is you need to have a serious conversation about the person you're interested in and get some straightforward answers. And if those answers do not match what you want, you have to decide if you want to compromise. And if you don't, you have to let go, let God, and move on, because otherwise you're going to be in another 4 years with this same list waiting. So I want you to be in a place where you're prepared. I'm not saying you're going to have to, but where you're prepared to start over again, fresh and new, if you have to, okay? I'm not saying you're going to have to, but if that's what needs to be, that's what needs to be, okay? I do feel like there is the opportunity for you to have many of the things that you want. You have to stop waiting on other people, and you have to just start doing. You can't say, I'm going to move when I get permission, or I'm going to move when they invite me, or when this happens, or when that happens, because sometimes the things we're waiting for, they just don't come through. We just have to jump. We just have to jump if we feel like this is the right thing for us to do. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm just going to ask you. This is regarding you, not you specifically, but somebody in your life or a relationship, a family member, maybe somebody on the other side. I keep hearing mental illness, mental illness, mental illness. So now I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to pause. I'm not going to pause you, but I'm going to just take a second and say, for everybody watching on WSCS or any other station where this is a 30-minute show, thank you so much for joining us for the first 30 minutes of this show. Please stay tuned for part 2, which should be coming up in the next episode, or you can watch the rest of the show on RootsRangersTV.com, YouTube, my YouTube station, WSCS YouTube station, or any other venue that's out there that has the full 60-minute show going on. Okay, back to you. Sorry about that. Who is the one? Who are they? Who's coming? Why am I hearing mental illness?
Well, I go through that myself. Have things that I see a therapist for that I'm going through, and then I have my father's brother who also has that. But I go through that.
Okay, thank you for being honest, and I'm going to be honest with you. I was hearing it was you, but I didn't want to call you out on this show. I wouldn't do that to somebody. So here's what I'm going to say. I don't like this message, not one bit. I don't like it at all. Okay. Sometimes I have to say things I don't want to say, but if I don't say it, they just will take over my mouth and say it bluntly. So I'm going to try to do the best I can here. Okay, sweet girl? Hone down your list. Hone down your list. Figure out what's real and possible for you. Figure out, okay, first thing first. Take care of you. Be in that space where you are steady, straight every day. Have a list on the fridge, on the bathroom mirror, and on your bed of everything you need to do morning, noon, and night. So I know you called in about these really adventurous plans for your future. But what they want to talk about is the day-to-day, because our future happens on a daily basis. And what they really want to say to you is you need to I really don't like giving this message. I'm about to cry. I really don't want to tell you what I have to tell you. Okay. I need to put on my big girl emotions and just handle this, right? you need to make sure that you are following, okay, thank you, that's a much more delicate way of putting it. You are seeing a doctor and following your doctor's orders, and if they are asking you to take any kind of supplements or medications, that you are doing that religiously. Once you get that under control, you will be able to have the life you want, almost everything you want. But in order for you to see things as clearly as they would like you to see them, you really have to, you have to be in that space where you are you're seeing them as clearly as you are supposed to. It's the best way I can say that. So what I want to say to you is please do that, and everything else will fall into place, into space, into where it's supposed to be, okay? That is the only and most important thing you need to worry about in your life at this time, because I'm getting the message that things could spiral quickly for you, and they don't want that to happen. So make morning, afternoon, and evening lists, mirror, refrigerator, bed, that things that you can follow. And I don't care if this is go take a 5-minute walk outside, go, things that you can follow that bring you to balance, that bring that feeling and knowing to you. But most importantly, there are some things with you, sweet, beautiful, enchanted little girl. There are some things with you, and I can pinpoint 16 years old, 15 years old, 8 years old. I can pinpoint the time frame. There are some things with you that you have not resolved. And once these things are resolved, once you understand them in your head, it's not what happens to us, it's how we perceive what happens to us. It's how we understand what happens to us. It's how we handle what happened to us. It's our emotions about what happened to us that make us be able to survive it, thrive, or die down deep into a world of chaos. Okay? And believe me, we all have had things that have happened to us. Okay? All of us. It's how we perceive what happened, how we perceive why it happened, and if we even acknowledge or remember it. Okay? I'm not saying you have to go back and dig up skeletons you don't even remember, but I am saying there are some things that happened that once you get a handle on this, you will be stable for the rest of your life, okay? You will be stable for the rest of your life. Now, and I'm not saying you have to be on medication even. There are forms of hypnosis that help you resolve traumas and past incidences that you don't even have to go back and look at it, but you can resolve it. Silent regression therapy, where you don't look at what happened, but you can heal what happened. And I feel like for so many people we are the walking wounded. I mean, there are so many people out here that are wounded from what people did to them in their childhood and even in their adulthood. And we need to be in this space of healing, and we are responsible for our adult bodies, minds, and souls. So I'm going to do a clearing for you, and I'm just not sure what clearing will be best for you. I think what I'm going to do, what I'm hearing is that you really needed stability. And you know what? We all do. It's been a crazy 1.5 to 2 years, so we are balanced and stable. I get a no on that. That's me on a daily basis, folks. Not even joking. So we're going to clear that, and that's right around that 34.5-minute mark. So I want you to come back and listen to that every day. I feel like everything you want is right behind everything you don't want to face. And I don't like saying that because we're all in denial and there are things that all of us don't want to face. And but I do have to say it because it's fair to you and it gives you the opportunity to make your best moves to have your best life. Okay, sweetie?
Mhm.
Okay. I know this is not what you were looking for, but it's what they believe you need today. And I'm going to tell you, you will have the life you want. You just have to get past these hiccups, okay? And not like, okay, how do I say this? Not like you're, not like you're, you know what? Okay, thank you. You won't have these episodes once you resolve the source of the episodes. And that can be done through, like I said, hypnosis or healing work. And I feel like then you will be stable. Everything will come together for you, okay? And then you can have all the things that you want in a safe and healthy way. Okay, love?
Yeah. Is it okay to ask you a question about my body?
Sure thing.
My doctor said on Friday that she saw that I had 10 fibroids, and they think that they should operate on my uterus, and I'm worried about having a surgery like that because I want to be able to have children, and I already went through a surgery, not there, but a pretty deep one like 2 years ago. So I'm just wondering if that is a good idea or not. Like, do you see that being like not a good idea for me to allow him to go in there and do something like that there for me?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm not a doctor, and I can't give medical advice per se. What I can say is in your personal case, if you don't take care of it, it will be more damaging than it would be if you, how do I say, I'm mixing up my words. I feel like you need to take care of this. I feel like if you don't take care of this, there's going to be a lot more damage down the line. And it will be a deal breaker as far as children go. I feel like you have to take care of this. I feel like this is not something you can put off, okay? If it's a good doctor, you should have a very good outcome. Okay, love?
Yeah, I was seeing if I could do something natural to try to shrink them and make them go away. I didn't know if, like, I had a chance with that or if I had to go just straight to this, you know?
Yeah, I feel like, and believe me, I believe in natural things. What I'm getting here is this is a little too far. It's already gone a little too far. The answer I'm getting is like the sooner you take care of this, the better it's going to be for you. I do feel like if it's a good doctor, it will not be as detrimental as you feel it might be. And it will have a good outcome. Okay, I'm going to go directly to the next caller, 951. If you have me on speakerphone, please take me off of speakerphone. And here we go. How can I help you today?
Hello, my name's Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. Where are you calling from?
Riverside, California.
Nice. How can I help you today?
I recently had a friend pass away, and I was just wondering if he was coming through at all.
Yeah. What's your friend's first name?
Isaac.
Okay. Was Isaac younger, like, young male, young man?
Yes. He was
Okay.
like 41, 42.
Okay, I see the first person I see coming through is a thin, younger male with brown hair, very thin, with brown hair that is longer bangs, and the bangs are as long as the hair in the back, but the hair in the back is, I think it's short. I can only see a side view. So whomever this is for, this person is coming through. I don't know, Ashley, if this might be somebody you know. This is a Caucasian person with just very thin denim, kind of grunge sort of thing going on. I want to say they're between 16 and 20, but I'm horrible with age. So this person is coming through for whomever might be listening or watching that they are this person just wants us basically say, hey, okay, so Ashley, Isaac, where are you? Here he is. Okay, so I see some, hear some, feel some. Isaac right now is one that I am just hearing. Do you have a specific question you'd like to start with for Isaac? He's okay. What's your specific question you'd like to start with?
I guess I didn't think about that. It was just, it's yeah, I don't have one.
Okay, so Isaac, the first thing Isaac is saying, he's okay. I made it. And then he's singing, why do they sing? Why do they make me sing songs when I can't sing? I don't even know. I think this is a song like from a freaking commercial. It's a good day. I don't even know the song. I don't know the beat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to everybody who listens to me that has to hear me sing at any time and point. One of the things that he really wants you to know is that he is, it's really weird to say this. I think I know what he means, but he's growing. He's growing and he's learning, and he has grown. So I don't know if that's significant to you or was significant to him for the way he lived or what he did here or how he was, but it's really important. He really wants to bring that message through. He's growing, he's learning, he's growing. He has like a better understanding now is what his statement is, that he has a much better understanding now. He also wants to say that he he's just talking about, like he's saying, I'm taking on a new role, meaning the type of stuff he's doing on the other side. It's really, I don't know why it's so important for him to let you know he's progressing. He's just progressing and growing and learning. It's really important for him to let you know that. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Was he, when he was here, was he very stuck? Like, was he for a medical reason or some reason, could he not progress? Was he kind of stuck where he was in life?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. And for whatever reason, for whatever happened, for whatever reason, he was stuck. He wants you to know he's not stuck anymore. And I don't know why he's saying this. I think I do, but I'm not going to put it out there. He's saying don't go down his path. Don't go down his path. Okay? So that's really important to say to you, too. Whatever that means for the two of you. Now, this if it doesn't make sense to you now, it should by tomorrow. It really should make sense, like by tomorrow or in the very near future. I feel like the way he handled things may not have been the best way all the time, but it was just the way he knew how, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And he just wants to make sure, like he's saying again, don't follow in my footsteps, don't follow in my footsteps. So that's really important for him to let you know that he wants you to be in a space where you're taking different steps to manage things. Okay, love?
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling in. I'm really grateful we were able to connect with him. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm going to go directly to the next caller, but before I do, if you are on YouTube live chat and you would like to call in, the number is 845-277-9131, and I think the next caller is 216. 216, if you have me on speakerphone, please take me off. How can I help you today?
This is Desmond calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey there. How can I help you?
Hey, my question today was, I guess you kind of talked about it earlier, but I guess it applies somewhat. But I have a lady friend. We're close friends, and we're starting to get closer. Should I just stop it here as friends, or because it's kind of a difficult situation? She's in I guess she stays with the father of her children, but it's like she's not in the process. She's trying. I guess she don't want to be there, but it's just like, well, we still friends and we close. But it's just.
I'm gonna start this off with a joke. Please know it's a joke. Do you have Save-A-Ho complex? Okay, I'm sorry, I can't. I should not. Maybe I should not say that joke. It was a joke. Okay, we always want what we can't have. What I'm getting is there's this song. It's an older song. It says, run away if you want to survive. Okay? Somebody else has mad problems. Don't make them yours. Do you know what they're saying there? Like,
all right, don't let somebody else drama be.
This woman has lots and lots of problems. This woman has lots of issues. There aren't enough tissues for all her issues. I'm just saying, like, you called in, you're asking, they're answering. I'm just going to tell you straight away, if somebody wants to be out of a situation, 9 times out of 10, they can find their way out of the situation. There are enough organizations and or systems in place to help them get out of that situation. You stepping in and trying to get them out of the situation, you're just going to end up in the middle of a spider web that you cannot get out of, okay? A lot of people got a lot of stories. You're only hearing one side of it. You should do, you get to do what you want. I'm not the boss of you. I'm not even the boss of me, okay? I don't even get to tell me what to do. You see on my show things come out of my mouth. I don't even want them to. So I'm not the boss of you. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. I'm not going to tell you, oh, somebody's coming through really strong for you. I'm not going to. It's a grandma. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but you know better than this. You need to stop talking and start walking, meaning in another direction. Do not play house with somebody who's already built a house with somebody else, okay? If you were in this man's shoes, this is not how you would want this to go down. So turn it around, walk away. If she gets herself, you know what? if she gets herself up and out of this situation on her own, then you can start something with a better foundation. But once you save somebody, you spend your whole time saving them, okay? So you need to figure out what type of relationship and chaos you want to take on. Oh, this is really, yeah, this is definitely a grandma coming through. She was a little bit more full-figured, and she did not mince her words. She would tell you like it is, and she would, I feel like she would pull off her slipper or her shoe and be like, boy, I'm telling you now, you better get to going. Like, I don't know, like maybe as a threat, but I don't know. I feel like if it wasn't her shoe, it was definitely something else. She would like be picking up and being like, I'm telling you now, you better listen. Because she's like showing me something in her hand, being like, I'm telling you now, you better listen. You're going down the wrong road here. And again, okay, if you were in this man's shoes, you would want this to go down differently, okay? Don't be in that situation. Okay. Now that we've answered that, I'm going to tell you, if you walk away from this situation, somebody else will be coming in possibly within 3 weeks. Sometimes we're sitting here chasing a donkey when we think it's a thoroughbred, and our thoroughbred is right around the corner waiting for us. So, why are you chasing the donkey? Stop chasing the donkey. The donkey, you can't ride the donkey, but you're chasing the donkey. Okay, like I'm not, I don't know why they're giving me these crazy analogies today, but they are, so I'm using them. Yeah, stop chasing the donkey. Stop trying to ride a donkey. Because, you know, that's just, go for your thoroughbred. There is somebody, I feel like you'll meet this person, too, within 3 weeks. And within 3 months, it will be a very serious relationship. But you have to let go of what's not good, clean up that energy, and then get into what is good. So I'm going to say, like, we all have this thing where we want to save somebody, right? He wants to say, so we're going to clear that for you, everybody listening, re-listening. And we have this thing where we think that love is supposed to be this great, romantic, stupid, like on TV, these romantic comedies where it's all tragic and then it works out perfect. No. So let's clear that from everybody, that love is supposed to be tragic and like a stupid rom-com, because it's not. And that you can we're bringing in our perfect partners. And I get a no on that, so we're going to clear that. Because our perfect partner, we don't have to go through a battlefield to get we don't have to, this isn't what it looks like with a good, healthy relationship, okay? And if this person cannot get themselves up out of a situation right now, it will be a very unhealthy dynamic during the relationship, okay? Let this person make their power moves and put on their big girl pants and get out of this situation, and then you can step in when it's cut clean, okay? Never do to a man what you don't want a man to do to you. You're only hearing her side of the story, and her side of the story is very, very, very flawed to her favor, is what I'm hearing from your grandmama. Now, your grandmama also wants to say, boy, you know better than this. I thought she was going to say, I love you, but you know better than this was more important, apparently. No, and she does want to say she loves you, and she's showing me this other woman coming in. And you know what? The one thing that keeps us straight up stuck in relationships is we feel a little desperate and like nobody else is going to, like, I think this is the best. We don't even think this is the best we can do, but we feel a little bit desperate with love. I get a yes, so we're going to clear that, okay? I hope this was helpful for you. I really do. I hope that this was very, very helpful for you.
It was.
Good. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm here every Monday, and sometimes I'm here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So let me just say, if you're watching on YouTube or Blog Talk or any hosting, like podcast hosting, please subscribe, because I do go on and do impromptu shows where I'll just go on and do a show like on a Tuesday or Wednesday. But my scheduled time slot is every Monday at noon Central Time. I want to just reach over to, hey, Mike, how are you? I'm going to thank you for subscribing. You can ask a question if it's very quick, because my time is running down. So please post your question. I'll try to get to you. Hey, Matthew, I'm doing well. And Caroline, I just want to add, Caroline, really plan your live events, but also like YouTube, the most successful online events, and follow those formats. I feel like that's going to be really huge, but I feel like you're going to do well no matter what direction you take that in, Caroline, okay? So, hey, Jamila, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm here every Monday at noon, and then I am here every during the week. I'll do sometimes a pop-up show, and I love doing that because all new people come and like ask questions. Okay, Mike is asking, he needs to sell 2 houses and encash the money before I go back to overseas. So would I be able to do that successfully? Okay, so if the houses are in the U.S., yes. The houses are going so quickly right now. Half of them are not even hitting the market, and they're going, like, before the sign goes up, they're selling, they're going over the market price. And people are making like a lot of money on them, So you truly want to let go of these properties, do it now. List them, get them out there. I feel like they'll go very quickly for you. So do that. I feel like that will be a very good thing. For everybody listening, re-listening, joining me live or watching me on Roku or another streaming, I want to give a shout out to Amber with Legacy PR. If you need a publicist, Amber is amazing. She is absolutely phenomenal. And if you need your content, if you have a show and you want your content streamed on more venues such as Roku, Amazon, Apple, a plethora of podcasts, contact RudeRangersTV.com. So sorry, Rudy, RudeRangersTV.com. And connect with Rudy. He will work to get your content out there streaming, okay? Now, the show is winding down. Thank you for hanging tough with me for this hour. I really appreciate it. I want you to know that you're responsible for the miracles in your life. So create and co-create miracles how you want your life to look and feel with your angels. Work on that every night as you fall asleep. Only think about what you want in your life, how you want that to feel, and how you want it to look, because that is why we are here on this plane. I want to thank you all again for joining me here today. Hey, Jamila, I look forward to the next show, which will be sometime this week, and I hope you all enjoyed this.